Welcome to our deep dive into the most important causes of World War II and the ultimate victor of this monumental conflict. Like a chasm erupting in the earth, the seeds of this devastating war were sown long before the first shots were fired. We must journey back to the aftermath of the First World War, a time when the world, still reeling from the unprecedented carnage, attempted to stitch itself back together. From the ashes of that conflict arose resentments, unhealed wounds, and a potent cocktail of economic and political instability. It is within this volatile landscape that the seeds of another, even greater war would be planted. The year is 1919, and the Great War, as it was then known, has finally ended, leaving a continent scarred and millions dead. At the Palace of Versailles, the victors gather, seeking to build a lasting peace. But the treaty they craft, rather than healing old wounds, would sow the seeds of new conflicts. Germany, blamed for the war's devastation, is forced to accept crippling reparations, cede territory, and disarm. This humiliation, this deep sense of injustice, festers within the German psyche. The Treaty of Versailles, meant to prevent another war, becomes, ironically, a breeding ground for future aggression. From the ashes of a humiliated and economically devastated Germany, a new and dangerous ideology begins to emerge. Fascism. This ideology, espousing extreme nationalism, militarism, and authoritarianism, finds fertile ground in the resentment and economic hardship plaguing post-war Germany. A charismatic leader, Adolf Hitler, emerges, promising to restore Germany to its former glory. Across Europe, similar movements gain traction. In Italy, Benito Mussolini, with his black shirts and promises of national revival, seizes power. The world watches, some with apprehension, others with a sense of morbid fascination, as this new and dangerous force gathers strength. Chapter 3. A March Toward War, the expansionist policies of the Axis powers. Emboldened by their growing power and fueled by their ideologies, the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan, embark on a path of aggressive expansion. Hitler, driven by his vision of a greater Germany, begins to dismantle the Treaty of Versailles piece by piece. He remilitarizes the Rhineland, annexes Austria, and dismembers Czechoslovakia. Meanwhile, Mussolini, seeking to revive the Roman Empire, sets his sights on Ethiopia. In the Far East, Japan, driven by its own imperial ambitions, expands into Manchuria. The world watches, seemingly paralyzed, as the drums of war beat louder. Chapter 4. A League of Nations, a flawed attempt at peace. Created in the aftermath of World War I, the League of Nations, humanity's first attempt at a global peacekeeping organization, proves woefully inadequate. Its pleas for peace and disarmament fall on deaf ears. The League lacks the military might to enforce its decisions and is further weakened by the absence of key players, most notably the United States. Despite the best efforts of some, the League proves powerless to stop the slide towards another global conflict. As tensions escalate, it becomes increasingly clear that the world is on the brink of a precipice. Chapter 5. Invasion of Poland, the spark ignites the inferno. On September 1st, 1939, the world watches in horror as German tanks roll across the Polish border. The invasion of Poland marks the beginning of World War II, a conflict that will engulf the globe in an inferno of violence. Britain and France, bound by treaties to defend Poland, declare war on Germany. What began as a European conflict rapidly escalates into a global war, drawing in nations from every corner of the world. The stage is set for the deadliest conflict in human history. Outro, the aftermath, a world forever changed. And there you have it, the key causes that led to World War II and the eventual victory of the Allied forces. The war left an indelible mark on human history, with an estimated 40 to 85 million fatalities. It reshaped the geopolitical landscape, led to the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers, and ushered in the atomic age. As we reflect on this tumultuous period, we must remember the lessons learned from the ashes of war, the importance of international cooperation, the dangers of unchecked aggression, and the need to remain vigilant against the forces of hatred and intolerance.